So we just saw in part 4 that cosine of pi over 2 minus x simplifies using the angle difference identity into sine x. In part 1, we graphed this right over here, cosine pi over 2 minus x. We did a little work, we got this. If we graph sine x, it would just start here, and we would get that graph as well. They are the same graph. That makes sense. I mean, they both have the same pattern. There should be things there. But there was another rule we learned. Back when we were learning about sine and tangent, and then we introduced secant, we also looked at them with respect to their co-functions. Their co-functions were the same function name, but with co in front. So we learned about, in that regard, cosine, cotangent, and cosecant. And a rule that we spoke about as to what makes them co-functions, how are they related to each other, we said the trig of an angle will equal the cotrig of its complement. Now, a complement is the angle needed to get added to this angle right here so that they add up to 90 degrees. So if that was 40, the complement's 50, and so on. But we don't always have to think in degrees, we could think in radians. If you thought in degrees, if you called that theta, instead of complement, you would call it 90 minus theta. That'll get you the complement. If that's 10, that gives you 80. 5, 85, and so on. But what about radians? Well, let's say instead of theta, let's use x. So if it's the trig of x, that will equal the cotrig of, instead of 90, pi over 2 minus x. So this is the complement of x. So the trig of an angle will equal the cotrig of the complement. So if you were able to kind of piece that bad boy together and see that relationship, go you. If not, that's okay. It's a funny one, but I just think it's pretty cool because it all comes full unit circle. Get it? So that's the end of this. Just a little food for thought, little trig for your brains. So if you understand and now you remember learning about co-functions, not to be confused with reciprocals or inverses or opposites and all that, then I hope that this was helpful and clear. Thumbs up if it was. And if not, you think I'm speaking Greek, then just put a thumbs down. That's okay. Have a nice day.